Welcome back, everyone. I'm Severino, your personal business coach. Today, we answer questions around the sales CRM stages. Simon, how can we simplify them? My team is kind of overwhelmed by all these stages. We took it really seriously. How can we simplify them so that managing sales is actually fun instead of, something that we'd rather skip? So, are you ready, guys? Today we simplify your sales stages. Let's look at the question from Nawe in Ireland. Looking for your feedback on our lead and deal process. Hi everyone, I'd love to get your thoughts and ideas on how we structured our lead and deal process in HubSpot. We're trying to ensure it's as efficient and transparent as possible, both for sales representatives and for tracking performance over time. Here's a quick overview. So there is a leads pipeline with 5 stages, and there is a deals pipeline with another 10 stages. If it's a close lost, we're automatically sending it back. This is what happens many times. We start using something that is very professional, but maybe it's built for huge corporations. And maybe our team is not as big, and then our people actually start drudging the tool and start using it less. We want the life of salespeople to be as simple as possible. Take everything that's admin from them, because it just takes their energy. It doesn't give them anything. So let me share with you the simplest CRM on the planet. This is the one that I recommend for very, very, very small teams. Can be a solopreneur, can be just 5 people on a sales team. This is the simplest sales CRM stages possible. So that whole lead pipeline, you can collapse into prospecting, because that means there's an outbound prospecting situation. So for example, John Doe was prospected on LinkedIn or via cold emails, and he qualifies. Now he is here in prospecting, which gets 0% dollar amount, because there is 0% probability right now that he will get closed. The second way that John Doe can enter is he came from inbound. So they watched some content, read the blog, found your website. Now they come in, and then he would be here at 5%. 5% because he already did something. He engaged. He downloaded something on your website. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know, or he sent you an email. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know that he's in your pipeline. 0 for prospecting. And in both cases, the next step is to schedule a first call. Now, there is a second entry point. So there is outbound, inbound, but there is also a referral. What if a current client of yours says, hey, John, you should talk to Nawe. They are really, really cool. So 3 possible entry points: from outbound, from inbound, or from a referral, which I personally track separately, because the worst thing that can happen is that you receive referrals and then you drop the ball on them. Should never happen. That's why it has its own category. Also, to remind people that we want to ask for referrals every day. Now, the next step, proper step, is the first call scheduled or not? It's the consultative call. We call it the discovery call. You can call it the consultation, like the initial call. And that's at 10% if we had that call. In some calls, I will know immediately what's their current frustration and what we can deliver. If that's the case, they move forward. And in some rare calls, but usually we get here and then we still need a demo call. And in the demo call, we will discuss the investment. Okay, what does this mean in terms of monetary and time investment? But Simon, my prices are on my website. But Simon, they ask me about the price in the first 5 minutes. Yes, they ask you in the first 5 minutes, but you will not answer in the first 5 minutes if you have a good flow of your sales process and your sales script, because you will only know what their time investment is and monetary investment when you know where they are, where they want to get to, what have they tried already, all the 8 steps, of a natural consultative conversation that we teach in the Sprint Club. Now, from investment, they know the investment of time and money, and we are now at 75%. Why? Because we had a discovery call. In that discovery call, we came to discuss their frustrations, what are they tired of right now, what pisses them off, what makes them sleep badly, or what makes them angry right now, and what the deliverables are that they would like from us. So they want to reduce costs or increase sales or have frictionless onboarding or have faster training times. So we know the deliverables, we know the frustrations. And most of the time we run out of time and we have to schedule a demo call. In the demo call, we will talk about investments and all the details and when do we start. If we get to a start date, that's an 85%. If we can schedule a start date. If not, we stay here, we will schedule the next meeting. This is the most important button here. It's a customized button. I use Etio because I can customize everything quickly, but you can probably do it in every CRM. And the most important thing as a sales coach when I look at pipelines is to see that everybody has this green situation going on. They have a next meeting already in the calendar. And if we look at the pipeline from the far and we see it all green, it's fine. There's nothing to do. You can go and play golf. But if you look at this and see reds, now you need to schedule a meeting. That's why we teach this foundation of a sales process where you always schedule a next meeting. You always try to schedule a next meeting and you make sure that you have a next meeting. Otherwise, you will have a very hard life as a salesperson chasing people. It's not a great position to be in. If you have the start date, we are at 85% probability of closing, which means 85% of that amount, which let's say it's $30,000, then it's 85% of 30,000 that you calculate as your pipeline number. What's your pipeline number? Is $1 amount that tells you what's in the pipeline weighted by probability of closing. So when your pipeline says $470,000, you can actually trust that number. And without this, you can't. Now you have agreed on the statement of work. This does not say offer sent because we don't allow you to send any offer. Don't send offers. You schedule a meeting where you walk them through the statement of work. And so when you did that, it's 95%. And now they either signed it immediately in the meeting, then it's 1, or they didn't. Then you go back and schedule the next meeting. Did we schedule it or not? The next most important thing is here, the reason to talk. Why is it the first? Well, the first line is schedule next meeting or not yet scheduled. And the second line is the reason to talk. Why? Because this is the hook. If you have to follow up or if you have to chase, and it will happen that you will follow up, then this is your hook. This is the one sentence that you follow up with. You can literally click here, send an email that says, Bob, are you still interested in topic that we discussed? And that's a great follow-up email if they go silent. So we either won that deal or we didn't. If we lose it, we move it here. Quickly select the reason for close lost. Was it, you have typically 3, 4, 5 reasons that you hear, and now you select that one, and it goes back into prospecting. That means it goes back here, and 90 days later you will pick it up here. If your team is divided into people that do prospecting and people that do closing, then this goes back to the other team, and this is what the closers do, and this is what the setters do. If it's a smaller team and you are not divided in that way, then it's just one pipeline. I hope this helps. Now, this is the simplest pipeline that I have seen working well, and this is what we recommend for very small teams. If you have the feeling that it's getting too complicated, then it's just one pipeline. You collapse everything that's lead related into prospecting. You have 3 entry points: in outbound, inbound, referrals, and then you move them forward depending on if you have talked to them, know their frustration and deliverables, have discussed the investments of time and money, have already scheduled a start date in your calendar, have co-created a statement of work together. You didn't send it, you created it together, sharing screen. You won the deal or you lost it, so that it goes back into prospecting. And again, the most important thing for each sales team is to look daily at this pipeline for a few minutes and then see if something's red. You need to turn this red into green. That's all it is. And then the second thing is the number of days. 0 days since last interaction with them, then it's fine. But if you see more than 3 days, 6 days, then you probably want to nurture that relationship, sending something valuable that helps them solve what they need to solve right now. Hope this helps, everyone. If you're not in the Sprint Club, it's hard for you to ask me questions, so join us, strategysprints.com, and you can join the Sprint Club for free for 7 days. Start asking me a question here, tag me along. We are discussing sales, marketing, referrals, income, compounding, and many, many, many more things. We have some pretty cool quests here, like the messaging challenge, the prospecting challenge. People are having fun and adding 200K to their life. See you on the other side. Bye-bye.